Hello, so today we are going to make simple syrup out of foraged botanical goods. So you can definitely do this with any sort of edible flower. If you use rose petals, lavender, rose hips, you could use nasturtiums for a spicy sort of taste. But we are going to make simple syrup today. It's really easy. The first part of it is kind of just like making tea. So you're gonna need your water, which we're gonna start heating. I'm over my stove right now. Ta-da! Water. You're going to need some sort of like little teapot or thing to strain your plants into. It comes with this cute little strainer that I can pop right in there. And then we're gonna put my plants into that strainer. And I'm gonna pour the hot water right over top. Now you wanna be careful, you don't want to pour boiling water over these plants. That can degrade the plant matter. And you don't want all of the beautiful color or flavor to disappear because you poured hot water over top, or boiling water over top. So we're going to wait for the kettle to boil. We're gonna let it cool just a little bit so that it's still hot and it can steep. And then we're gonna let the plants steep in here. I have removed my boiling water from the heat, let it cool off a bit, and now I'm going to add it to my chicory leaves. You may notice that right away your leaves squish down and it definitely doesn't look like you have as much as you did originally. So now I have this and I'm going to let that steep for anywhere between 8 and 24 hours. So this definitely takes some preparation. If you want a special type of syrup for a special fancy cocktail, you probably want to start your syrup way in advance. So keep that in mind. But already you can see that the water is not perfectly clear anymore. Already it has started changing colors. So this is super cool. It's like actually it looks kind of green. Not as fancy, but whatever, I like color, so who cares? Yeah, so we're gonna let that steep and cool off. I'll steep it by letting it sit out, and then later on, after it's cooled anyway, after the glass has cooled, I'll put it in the fridge to finish steeping. And then I will, in 8 to 24 hours, take it out and and I'm going to put a whole cup of sugar in this tiny amount of water. 1 cup of water, 1 cup of flowers, 2 cups of sugar. I didn't use a full cup of either of these because I wanted a small batch, so I'm going to reduce my sugar amount to about half of that. So I'll put a whole cup of sugar in here, and that, once it's dissolved, is what's going to make our simple syrup. And that's really all it is. Pretty much simple syrup just takes time. But if you have the foresight and the preparation, you can, ooh, there you go. It's looking a lot greener. You can definitely make your own fancy dancy simple syrup.